What is up, Heroes of Dominion? My name is Charlie. This is Hero Wars Central. Happy Monday, everybody. Glad to be here. Glad to see everyone today. Looking forward to hanging out with all of you this week. It's going to be a big week. Next week is going to be a really big week. It's a good time to be a Hero Wars and a Hero Wars mobile player. How's everybody's weekend going? Hope it's doing well. Hope things are healthy and wealthy and wise and all of that. I don't really like how far away my microphone is. I need to adjust the microphone for sure. Math Monday. No, probably no math today. Let's say hi to the YouTube guild real quick, and then we'll kind of jump into the topics because we got a lot to talk about today. Scott K is here. Welcome back, Scott K. D. Warman running the show. I see a penguin there in the live stream. Glimovaso watching from Connecticut, as always. Excuse me. Music is fire today, says Tunes. All right. All right. Oh, happy birthday, Ken. Happy belated birthday, Ken Malloy. Let's get some sevens in chat for Ken Malloy. Happy birthday, Ken, excuse me. We've got meetings happening in the house, though. First week of vacay, says D. Warman. Amen. Craig Rich, what's up? Welcome back to the live stream. The first thing that I want to talk about today is the Andvari event that we had last week. I mentioned briefly a little bit about the Andvari Soul Stone event. We talked about it a little bit. I neglected to mention the VIP shop. A couple of you pointed that out to me. The reason why I didn't jump into this and share it after the fact, like whenever I clip out the sections of my live stream and edit them, cut things out, add overlays and stuff. The reason why I didn't include the VIP shop is it's not a shop that everybody has. In fact, the average player does not have access to the VIP shop. I think the average player is, VIP 0 or VIP 1. And the Andvari purchase option, I believe, is VIP 2. So while I definitely should have mentioned the Andvari Soulstone being purchasable with, 200 emeralds from the VIP shop, it is really not available to everybody unless you spend, of course, which not everybody really wants to. Man, my YouTube UI is bugging out, and it is super frustrating. There we go. On Hero Wars Mobile, we've got an event that's been going live for a couple of days. We have this Outland Splendor is a skin stone chest event, and this is a really easy to complete event. You can pretty well complete this every day if you can defeat the 5 bosses every day. You can do the arena task, which is a little sketchy, and 10,000 VIP points is expensive, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst thing in the world. I do wish that these were I am glad that these are the bigger skin stone chests, more of a direct correlation. I haven't done the math on this, but between this and the Gift of the Elements, which is just a Titan Soul Stone event, and the Emerald Doll event that Hero Wars Mobile had the last 2 days, I believe, not yesterday, but the day before, 2 more. Amazing time to purchase some stuff on Hero Wars Mobile. I took advantage. I think that every single one of the Emerald Doll packages, with the exception of the cheapest one, of course the cheapest one, every single package with the exception of the cheapest one was actually a better value than the ×4 Emerald sale. I asked Cordy to do some math regression. Regression, is that the correct term? Some number crunching, and for every 100 or so of the Emerald Dolls, you end up with 300. Although, let's see. Easy roll for a 40% respawn rate is that you can expect to get 3 times as many rewards as starting dolls, and based on percentages above, 29,450 emeralds per 100 dolls. So pretty good event. Really nice event. So guys, in the future, anytime that there's a doll event and you can open the doll into more dolls, then you need to if it's a 40% chance to get more dolls, then you can expect to roughly triple the dolls that you have. All right, so if you have 100 dolls, then you're going to end up with 300 dolls. That's statistically likely. Could be better, could be worse. Cody even mentions I got the cheapest one and it was still better than the ×4. I netted almost 12,000 gems. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. I think that it would have been nice to have a little bit more warning, and the fact that it was kind of over the weekend kind of caught me off guard. I would like to have shared a little bit more math than what I did with it. I know you guys love math, but that was a pretty good opportunity to spend, right? And it wasn't just relegated to a single emerald purchase like the ×4 sale on mobile typically is. So it was a nice little thing. Hopefully, maybe something that we can see once a month. Definitely for people that are interested in spending. Yeah, definitely for people that are interested in spending. Let's see. Over the weekend, we also had this the Iris YouTube video, teaser, trailer, whatever you want to call it. I personally really love the aesthetic of the anime style heroes and monsters. Whoops. A lot of you have actually reached out to me to express that you do not like the art direction of this Iris video. I think I was on my pool day, which is why I didn't do a video on this. Yeah. This came out on Friday, and I did a pool party, smoke meat party kind of thing. I actually really like the artwork on here, and to be perfectly honest with you, you're probably going to see a lot of these images from the trailer as thumbnails in the coming weeks as I produce Iris videos. In fact, even this clip right now that we're discussing could end up with an interesting anime looking Iris thumbnail like this. Fun fact that I'm making up right now, and it has no basis whatsoever. The noises that Bitey makes in the video is actually Remy, my French bulldog, growling, actually snoring and having nightmares and just like, just being an overall drama queen. No, that's not true. That's not true. Although it would have been really cool though, wouldn't it, if they had asked me to record Remy to be the sound effects for Bitey. That'd be hilarious. But because Iris's skills have not been shared yet, we can't really talk about too much. We already know what they do. We have a bunch of really fun questions that Tim from the Unofficial Hero Wars Mobile The GOAT Facebook page shared with his community earlier today and over the weekend. And I think Load Runner shared them as well. Let me see if I can find them real quick and we can kind of chat about them. Just a couple of questions that Tim asked of the community managers to get some answers for. And we got some cool answers there. So, can Iris kill Rufus with her executes? Yes. The execute that Iris performs, and again, we'll talk about the skills in depth when they're fully revealed and we can see them. The execute part of the attack will kill Rufus without reviving, since it doesn't actually do damage, but the first part of the skill does do damage. So if that part is what puts him into range, the execute skill will not proc, or it will, and it'll revive him. I guess we'll have to see some testing on that. The ult's damage is magic damage. I don't think that's been actually mentioned anywhere. Number 2, the execute portion of it, is it passive? Like anybody who gets below 10% will just die? Yes, absolutely. So anytime a hero is below 10% health, when she activates that ability that kills low health enemies, it will automatically kill them. Okay, so very, very cool there. Again, this is a quick Q&A from Iris on Hero Wars Mobile. Iris on Facebook and web is completely different. Does Fafnir's shield prevent the execution? No. Can the execution from low health kill Zhu? No. Zhu will survive the ultimate. I'm sorry, Zhu's ult, where you can't kill him, will allow him to survive the execution. And it only triggers when she ults, when she releases the marks at full energy. Yes, when she ults. Is there a timer on it? Yes, execution is only triggered when she ults. So she could potentially kill multiple heroes from the sound of this Q&A. And it sounds like she's going to be a very interesting hero to have in some pretty interesting lineups. I'm looking forward to trying her out. She does stand behind Jorgen, if that matters, like right directly behind Jorgen. Will a hero with Fafnir's shield be able to be executed? Yes, because the execute does not do damage, and the shield, Fafnir's shield, protects against damage. Okay, the execute itself does no damage. There's a magic attack portion of the ability that does do damage that will probably be prevented with whatever means you can reduce magic damage, obviously. But the execute ability itself does not do damage, so it cannot be prevented by those means. Okay. Let's see. Now, another little bit of Q&A that I thought that I would share since we're here. And again, this is all questions that Tim, Ultima Scout, asked. I don't know if Ultima, if you're here or not. Iris says she's immune to debuffs. Can you give a list of what things are considered debuffs for this skill? And then, for example, Satori marks, stuns, pop-up abilities from Kark, movement skills, such as Lars Tornado, Maya Roots, Luther's jump, pushback, all of that. With Iris's release, and this is the official response to that question, with Iris's release, all of the heroes in Hero Wars Mobile will get an update if they have a debuff on them. Okay, so for example, Satori's Ravenous Pack, all of these, they will get keywords. Keywords will be applied to all heroes that can provide a debuff that Iris cares about. Okay, Charm, a great example. Charm. If Charm is qualified as a debuff, they will get a keyword applied. With Iris's release, we'll update hero skills descriptions with debuff and mark categories. I'll post both lists later if I get an approve, and then I'll share that with you guys. All right? Very cool there. One of her abilities puts a damage over time on the effect in the enemies who are debuffed. If the enemy is subject to multiple debuffs, does this dot effect increase? The fourth skill, Iris's fourth skill, I don't know why I'm hovering on this. Whoops. There we go. Full screen capture. Iris's fourth skill will apply a debuff anytime an enemy is debuffed. I'm sorry, a damage over time effect every time an enemy is debuffed. And this can stack up to 5 times on each target. So 5 damage over time ticks. More dots, more dots, more dots. That's a 90s World of Warcraft reference for you. Minus 50 DKP. You can have up to 5 of the damage over time attacks on a single target. And of course, that can be on all 5 enemy targets. 25 damage over time effects. More dots. More dots. One of her abilities reduces the physical attack, magic attack of enemies. What is the timer on this skill and how potent does it become? The physical attack, magic attack debuff is active for 7 seconds, and it can 100% reduce magic or physical attack. Iris will 100% reduce Satori's magic attack to 0. All right. Iris will reduce Fafnir stuns. She can reduce Fafnir's physical attack to 0. She can reduce enemy heroes' attack, physical or magic attack to 0, and it lasts 7 seconds. Remarkable ability. Just amazing. The fact that it doesn't have a cap, ridiculous. Do the charges of Iris's ultimate have a cap? No. No. Remember, this is the, I believe this is the, I can't remember if the Iris's ability, it's either on buffs or debuffs, I can't remember what it was, but she gains more charges and she does damage based on the amount of charges that she does, kind of like an inverse Satori, but the community manager said theoretically she can get 30 charges, but she doesn't think he can get any higher than that. The killing of low health enemies, what does it scale off of magic attack or leveling the skill? What percentage health? It scales with the level. Ouch, I just kicked my monitor. Or my tower, rather. It scales with the level the formula will be in the game. So the ability to execute an enemy is based on the skill level. So if the skill level is maxed, you will have a 100% chance to one-hit execute low health enemies. Fantastic. I want to thank Tektalar, Ultima Scout, Tim, whatever you want to call him, for asking those questions in the Hero Wars Mobile Influencer Discord, and Sasha Shu, the community manager, for answering those 10 or 12 questions. Okay, these are going to be questions that are going to be coming up whenever she gets fully revealed sometime this week. As a reminder, we do have a event for her. The Dark Sorceress's Hunt begins on July 23rd, and it is a 7-day event. The Dark Sorceress's Hunt is a hero event with a currency. One of these maps where you complete the different locations. You can click on this little logo right here to collect, I think, activity charges to perform the actions along the path. There will be a boss every day. A little bit of story. I love story. You can see up here in the top right hand corner, Bitey currency right here. It's not quite hidden by my camera. And looks a lot like Remy whenever she's in super happy zoomy mode, if I'm being honest. And then I believe these purple swirlies are the activity or movement points that you can use to fight the bosses and the different menus. You remember, you need 6 of these to fight the boss, right? And then the currency that you get can be used in this store right here. We don't quite know what is in the Vial of Darkness or the Eternity Doll just yet, although I believe the Eternity Doll is a chance for Way of Eternity heroes. I think we've actually revealed that a week or 2 ago. Same thing for the Vial of Darkness. But of course you can buy Bitey and Iris with the currency, as well as all of the items that you would use to promote the color rank of Iris. Now, I don't know what those items are just yet, but we'll probably see in just a little bit, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Here's the Vial of Darkness. The Vial of Darkness has a chance for these prizes, as well as the grand prize, which is a little level 40 Kark physical attack skin. There's bad luck protection on this. I believe it's like 174-ish It's around that. It's the same bad luck protection threshold that every one of these rank 40 skins have. I can't remember exactly what the number is. Maybe if somebody can share it in the chat, I would be super grateful for that. But I'm very excited for this skin. I can't decide if I like it more than the Pirate Kark skin or the Dark Depths skin or the Devil skin, whatever you want to refer it to. But I do think it's got some pretty cool pieces to it, like the black tips to his tentacles, the little jingly bells. I like the hat, you know, and all of that. I don't necessarily think that... I don't know what the animations are going to look like. I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But I did see that. I think that actually we can see the animations. Maybe we can see the animations later on. Nope. So of course the Dark Sorcerer's Hunt goes live on July 23rd. That is Saturday. So Friday night at 9 p.m. Central Time, for those of you in the United States, 9 p.m. Central Time, Friday night through July 29th. Cool stuff. Cool stuff. You can see the animations in Hero Wars TV Episode 3. Harry Ravenclaw, thank you for that. Yeah, if you guys want to go check that out, absolutely go do it. So once the Iris event... once the Iris skills are shared, presumably sometime this week, we'll probably have an official Hero Wars mobile live stream on Thursday or Friday. Once those skills are shared, then we will jump into full skill discussion, talking about the equations, and whenever we get the max stats numbers for Iris, we can kind of take a look at that. But I'm looking at Loadrunner on Discord right now, and he still has not shared that information yet. Although I'll be honest with you, Loadrunner doesn't find leaks on mobile anymore. They've effectively stymied him, I believe. I think they've effectively blocked Elmir on leaks for Hero. I'm sorry, Elmir. I was reading Tunes. They've effectively blocked Loadrunner from getting leaked information on Hero Wars mobile. Yeah. On Hero Wars Facebook and web. There we go. On Hero Wars Facebook and web, we have a Phobos event. Phobos is one of the 3 undead heroes on Hero Wars Facebook and web. I actually don't have him at Absolute Star yet. He's one of the handful of heroes that I don't have at Absolute Star yet, so I'm very much looking forward to 6-starring this hero. One of the best ways to counter Sebastian in lineups that don't use him for his bonus damage. Loadrunner is Elmira. Elmir confirmed? Yeah, definitely. One of the best ways to counter Sebastian when you're not using Sebastian for his damage bonus. Phobos has the ability to paralyze the enemy with the highest physical attack. This actually causes some problems on certain lineups as well that do use him for bonus damage. But unfortunately, depending on the pet that the enemy Sebastian uses, Sebastian has higher physical attack than Dante. So Dante-Sebastian lineups, Phobos is not a good counter to Dante. But paralyzes the enemy for 6.6 seconds and also burns some of the energy and does pure damage. Burns some of the energy and does extra damage via this Violet ability. Trembling Hands reduces physical attack of the nearest enemy, so the tank usually. Sometimes, you have Dante tank or Qing Mao tank or Andvari tank, Zhu tank, different tanks you can reduce the physical attack of. And then this is a magic damage plus heal, very, very small heal at 40% of magic attack. And Phobos isn't known for having high magic attack, though it is something. You wouldn't want to use Phobos as a primary healer, absolutely not, but he will help out your team a little bit. Most notably, Phobos can be comboed with Faceless. Paralysis will curse the enemy with the highest physical attack. A lot of bosses in the campaign and otherwise can be cursed. They can be basically stuck doing nothing for 6.6 seconds. And then if you're timing it right, you can use Faceless to copy that paralyze to give yourself almost a 13-second window that the enemy boss is not doing anything. The enemy boss is not doing anything. Yeah, so great combo there. Of course, you can Of course, you can combo Phobos with the undead daddy-daughter duo, Corvus and Morgan. Corvus, Morgan, and Phobos plus 2 support heroes comes out pretty strong, like Celeste Sebastian or Isaac Nebula, or a lot of different variants there. Great choice to have across the board. Phobos is a good hero to have, though a lot of people have a lot of other ways to counter high physical attack teams, like dodge heroes in the form of Aurora and Dante, of course Heidi, Elmir, right? A lot of armor artifacts are in the game. The tanks, a lot of Marthas with armor artifacts floating around there, Andvari, of course. So Phobos isn't seen as a must-have hero, though if you're going up against a lot of enemy Trinity Twins teams, he can, I guess Isaac Sebastian is still a better choice versus those lineups, if we're being honest with ourselves. But it can be useful to, destroy that Sebastian quickly before they start ramping up. I don't know. And notably, the Paralyzed cannot be blocked by Ode to Serenity, Sebastian's debuff removal tool. Yeah. Phobos can be had from the campaign and from the heroic chest. Since you can get his soul stones pretty easily, I wouldn't really recommend dumping a lot of stuff into it. Of course, we have Summerfest starting a week from today on Facebook and web. So I would save all rewards that you can for Summerfest. All of them. All the energy, all the emeralds, all the dolls, any saved up things in your mail. Portal charges doesn't really play into it, but I'm going to save them. The energy bonus, the equipment chest, I'm definitely saving them. Definitely saving all that I can for Summerfest. And while we're here, we can do a quick check-in for Summer Festival minigame prep. There are 2 Summer Festival minigames. One of them is clicking on the bee. And of course, it is not active right now, but it is going to be available when the event goes live, right? So there's a little activity with bees, and you got to rotate the bees around. It's a really easy to do mini game. You need to complete this one, and then you also need to complete the lady of the of Kadang Thicket up here. This blue-haired lady. This is kind of like a memory game where you have to find the path across the lily pads. And there will be a 3rd brand new minigame for Summer Festival 2022. Summer Festival starts, I believe, Sunday night / Monday morning. So real quick, we can watch those. Here we go. We could do this. We can watch the Summerfest minigame prep video here. So you go into the campaign, right? And again, the minigames are only active during Summerfest, right? So you need to do the first minigame first, right? And is this just a link to the 2 minigames? That's funny. Oh, here we go. So I made a video sharing 2 videos. Awesome. Here we go. Okay, a lot of you mentioned that the flower for the minigame isn't there. Okay, so the flower maiden for the blue-haired flower maiden, it's not going to be there unless you do the first minigame that's sitting right here. Like I showed you, chapter 1. You got to click on that B. Turns out you have to complete another minigame first. Did I really just... Let's see. Okay, you have to complete mission 1 through 9 manually. I'm sorry, 1-9 manually. You have to complete this mission. And I think there's another B there. And then that bee will appear in chapter 1. That's the mini game right there. Let's see if I got a picture of it. Here we go. So the point of the mini game, so you click on the first bee in chapter 1. You click on the first bee in chapter 1 right here. Still kind of floating right there. And then you do Elder's House right there. You click on that, you do it. You don't rate it. You have to actually manually play through the mission. And then a bee will appear right here. And then, let's see. And then this is the mini game that pops up. The point is you rotate the bees around a central point to get them all 3 of the baby bees in the middle 3. There you go. So that's the first one. And then after you complete the first one, show more. Here we go. This is the minigame from 2020, the Forest Nymph minigame. There he is. Yeah, so right here on chapter 5, the Forest Nymph will be right there. See that? And this is just a mini game. And so what I did is I took screenshots of everything. So how you finish this mini game is you start at the leftmost point and you have to pick the locations based on memory. And you can see that there's 5. So you click 1, 2, you just go straight across, right? And then here's path 2, right? So what'll happen is the correct path will flash on the screen, and then you have to by memory go through and do it. So it goes there and then so over there and out. And then here's path 3. All right, like a number 2 almost. And then you exit. And then here's 4. And then path 5 is the most difficult one. You come out and you kind of leave out the top here. And then you get the, Then you get the 1500 honey and the Forest Nymph player's avatar. So 2 mini games that you have to complete. But you have to complete those 2. You have to complete the bee one before you can do the Forest Nymph one. And then you have to get the Forest Nymph one before you complete this year's mini game. All right? Before you complete this year's mini game. So pay attention to that. Get those knocked out immediately. And then we will jump into, as soon as we can, Sunday night, Monday morning, whatever it is, we will find that mini game and we will share it in a video so everybody knows what it is. Can't wait. I can't wait. Let's see here. Official Heroes community. Here we go. So announced a little bit ago, about 4 hours ago, over on the official Hero Wars Facebook page and the official Hero Wars Discord, we got this announcement. Time of the Fearless is going to be the weekend event. This is a super easy, free-to-play event where you get skin stones and Outland coins. It's the real easy one where you have to you open 40 tower chests, you open 12 Outland chests, you spend 2,000 energy or whatever. Super, super easy to complete event. There will also be a ×4 event during this weekend event, Time of the Fearless. So I'm going to be buying some emeralds. I'm going to complete this event. And then when this event ends, Sunday night is when Summerfest will go live. This is something that Loadrunner hadn't leaked. He hadn't shared that this event was this weekend. I know now that this is officially the event. I actually have known a couple of days ago. I knew, but I didn't want to confirm it because it wasn't posted anywhere, and they were still on the fence on if they were going to do this event or the other free-to-play event that they played with last month or the month before. I can't remember what it was. But I'm glad they're doing Time of the Fearless because it's super straightforward, super easy to do. And, Summerfest being a week-long event directly following it, I'm super happy about it. So, scrolling back up here real quick, Cody says, according to my video on Leon, the bad luck protection for the Kark skin will be 173. So on the 174th opening of that doll, not the doll, the here we go. The Vial of Darkness. On the 174th opening, or sooner, if you're lucky, 174 openings or sooner will guarantee you the Kark Celestial skin. Okay. It is worth mentioning that Hero Wars Facebook and Web are also getting Celestial skins sometime this year. Sometime later this year, the Celestial skins are coming to Hero Wars Facebook and Web. All right? You heard it here first. Or something. I don't know. Let's go do this real quick. We got a new player in the guild this weekend. I'm actually kind of excited about it. Really strong player. Kind of want to show you this fight before we jump into my fights. Let's see. It was against was it this fight? Yeah, this fight. So, very strange choice, in my opinion, to use Peppy against Zhu. But Zhu being in 5th position probably didn't have an opportunity to really go crazy like he should have. But an interesting lineup. Very interesting lineup here. I haven't seen a Cleaver Peppy lineup or Cleppy lineup in a long time. Killed Astaroth super fast. That's the power of Nebula Zhu, though. Nebula Zhu plus Sebastian puts out a lot of single target damage. Really great counter to Corvus. Really great counter to just about any tank, honestly. It's so wild seeing Peppy's abilities. Like, she's got such interesting abilities. But yeah, Peppy doesn't even die. Right? There's not even a true healer on that team, and Peppy doesn't die. I thought it was fascinating. I just thought it was fascinating. I don't know. Thought I would share. All right, so fight 1 against Auric. Let's see. In the past, I've used Astaroth. Let's see. I actually have these images saved. Here we go. I use Astaroth with Biscuits. I use Kark with Fenris. I use Sebastian with Oliver. I use Isaac with Mara. And I use Dorian with Merlin. I don't think that I need Dorian here. I think another hero would end up being better here. But I've won like 3 weeks in a row using this exact lineup. So here we go. Here we go. Now, the cool thing about this is Kark will cause Krista to freeze herself basically every time he attacks. With Fenris on Kark, he will cause her to give herself a stun basically every single hit. And that was just bad timing right there. That was just bad timing. About that. Big Kark ult. Bomp, 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 bomp. And you can just spam these two, right? Lots of pure damage, not pure damage. Lots of physical damage. Pure damage because we're stacking the armor penetration artifact. We got the little Isaac drones up there, and every week it's come down to this. And see, this is what makes me think that maybe I could have used a different hero instead of Dorian. Although using the Dorian Isaac combo to kind of finish things up, I don't like that my other heroes die, but You know what? We may not actually win this. We might actually run out. We might actually run out of time here. Which would be wild. I hope we don't. We don't run out of time. That was closer than I would like it to have been. Definitely closer than I would like to have been. I might need to start using Rufus in place of Astaroth here. Though I do want to show off a little bit. I've decided to stop investing into the top 5%, the top 10%, top 15%, if you will, of Corvus. I've decided instead to finish my Astaroth. So I am just a little bit away from a red 3 Astaroth. I'm going to get these Lamort cards probably by the end of the week. I'm probably going to finish this Sphere of Power in the next 2 days or so. And then I'm going to use the Gift of the Dominion. I'm actually just going to use this on Astaroth just to use it. I think Astaroth is a better tank. And I think that Corvus, while incredibly amazing and has some pretty solid potential, I need a hero or two aside from what I have to use Corvus effectively. All right, so I'm actually, instead of leveling up Corvus to red +3, which Corvus is going to be my one of 3 tanks for sure in the end. It's going to be Astaroth, Corvus, and Rufus, wherever my Rufus is. Astaroth, Corvus, and Rufus are my 3 tanks still for sure. But instead of spending orange +4, red 1, red 2, red 3, instead of doing all of that on Corvus, trying for all of that during Summerfest, which was my plan, instead I'm going to work on getting some of these support heroes up to the 100k mark, right? Getting Morrigan up a little bit higher will be beneficial. Getting Isaac up to 100k, getting Zhu up to 100k, getting Martha up to 100k, Nebula, getting her up to 100k, and Sebastian's fine. Faceless is fine. Yeah. So some of my supporting cast heroes, I'm going to work on getting them from the 70, 80k range up to the 90, 100k range, which I can probably do 1 to 3 heroes in the same energy spend that I would work on Corvus. But eventually I will go back to Corvus. I just, in the guild that I'm in right now, I need to be effective right now. And leveling up too many other heroes behind Corvus right now will be kind of expensive. That is the case in most times on high levels. You lose 2-3 heroes before win. Yep. 80k is more than enough. I mean, you say that, but I'm going up against players with 1 million. I'm going to go up against players that have 1 million power level before too long. So I gotta be able to bring it. So versus the Seeker. Okay, versus the Seeker. We got the same team as always. Galahad, Yasmin with Kane, Qingmao with Fenris, Celeste with Biscuit, and Martha with Axel Pet. Okay, that hasn't changed at all. Let's see. We're going to change this to Oliver. Kark is still getting Fenris. We're going to use Helios with Axel, although that is unneeded. We're going to use Celeste with Biscuit. Celeste is another hero that I need to get up into like the 80k to 90k range. She's getting Biscuit, and then the last hero is Faceless with Mara, and we're going to use the same pet. So, you know, I see Galahad, I attack Galahad. Very, very straightforward here. Very straightforward here. I am going to need to show off my... Well, that Yasmin is dead. I'm going to need to show off my my completed 6-star Albus. Throw out some heals. Big Kark hit. 3 of them. Bam, bam, bam. No kills, though. Oh, we're just rolling. Gotcha. Nice. So over the weekend, I did absolute star Albus with the help of my guild and clearing out the Great Storm. I did pretty well with it. I spent a little bit of emeralds yesterday or the day before, I wasn't intending on spinning a lot of emeralds. But what happened was, is the the Astral Seer had the Greater Valor insignia as one of the reward options that were the daily double. So because we had the option to get some really good Kark Ascension building, I spent a lot of emeralds on the Astral Seer. Unfortunately, I'm still about 121 of the Greater Valor insignia away. 121. I'm really hoping that I can get 121 either versus Osh this weekend or as rewards, over the next 7 to 8 days in the Ascension season. Every level that you get 12 of these chests, and these chests can absolutely contain the Greater Valor insignia. So I'm hoping over the next week I can finally get an absolutely maxed out, not absolutely maxed out, still missing the tree, the warrior tree, but I'll have maxed Ascension Kark. Maxed items, maxed skins, maxed glyphs, maxed gift of the element, even though I think I'm going to drop this off. Maxed artifacts, and I'm one note away from maxed Ascension. I am going to be in a bit of a bind trying to buy these every single day that I can. One thing that I'm trying to save up for as heavy as I can. Whoops, I got to claim these. Claim reward? Yep. Okay. Every chance I get, I'm buying these large skinstone chests. Okay, inventory, consumables, 150. I have 150 of them, and you need 400. You need 400 to completely max an average skin. You need 55,000-ish skin stones. 55,000-ish skin stones to max one of the regular skins. I think the gladiator skins are a little bit higher, and I think the default stat skins are 35,000 skin stones. And then the new celestial skin will be released sometime later this year. Hopefully by then I've saved up 400 of these. I know that I won't get to 400, but I want to get as close as I can, right? So that's going to be a big focus for now. Big focus for now. Just saving up as many of these as I can. Now, I don't think I will, right? I can get one per day pretty easily, and then like every other or every third day or so, I can get the big one. Maybe once a week I can get the big one, so maybe I can get 17 a week, and we might have 5 weeks until the skin drops. We might have 10 weeks. I mean, hey, if we have 10 weeks before the celestial skins drop, that'll be, like 200 of these skinstone chests that I can save up. Not to mention the rewards that you get every now and then. Every now and then, the portal charge that you get comes with a couple of the big skinstone boxes, and the daily gift on the 8th is 10 of these if you're VIP 2 or higher. So, I could probably get 40 to 50 of these boxes a month. No, I could probably get about 100 of these boxes a month. Roughly 17 per week from buying from the Outland store. 10 per month, get them from here. That's about 100 per month, right? 250 more to go. Hopefully the celestial skins are not 2.5 months away, but we don't really know. How do you get skin stones after defeating Outland 160 boss? Well, I'll tell you, you just get to open the chest. On Hero Wars Mobile, wait, there's not 160 bosses. So the Alyssa the Weaver, I've defeated all the way up to 160. You can just you can just go and open the chest. Titan Arena Shop, the Titan and Arena Shop. Titan Arena. I don't know what you're talking about there. Sir Turbo on Facebook and web. Yes. Yes. There even might be another season. Oh, yeah. Oh, and the scrolls from TOT also, Des. Yeah. Welcome back to the live stream, Des, by the way. The scrolls from TOT, I'm going to get a minimum of 2 each week. So that's, 8. That's 8 more a month minimum. Maybe higher if I actually try in Tournament of the Elements. Titan Arena. Oh, yeah. That's what he's saying. Yeah, TOE. Yeah. So hopefully I get there. It'd be nice. It would be nice. How long did it take? It took a long time, Timison. It took a long time. I didn't start really spending money on this game until probably this year. I mean, I played a lot and I spent money here and there, but not really spending money until recently. Until really recently. Honestly, I was spending a little bit before we changed guilds. Before we changed guilds to the Dark Tower Guild here. I'd started to spend a little bit. I definitely wanted to get more value out of it, which is why, I'm glad that I did switch. But now that I'm in this guild, there's a lot more expected of me, and I'm definitely not under pressure to spend, but I do feel like I want to spend more, if that makes sense. Who am I going to ascend next? That's a good question. So I've kind of gone a couple different ways. Like the thing about this game is they do a really good job of letting you kind of rainbow multiple heroes at once. So most of my agility heroes don't require the Radiant Agility Crystals and the Radiant or the Greater Valor Insignia. So taking the crystals, for example, my Sebastian is tier 3 and he's using the blue tier. My Nebula is still in tier 1 and she's using the green tier of crystals. So any agility crystals that I get, the green ones I'm putting into Nebula, the blue ones I'm putting into Sebastian. Once I get Sebastian up to a certain point, then the violet ones will, I've got a lot of stacked up violet ones. A lot. I only need 260 and I have 418, so I don't have a lot, I guess, but I will get a lot. I do need to add Isaac to the list, and he's another one that's on green, so I should probably focus on Isaac, getting him into the blue crystals instead of Nebula. Probably should do that instead of putting the green crystals on there. And then for the other crystals, it's the same thing. It's kind of the same thing. For my intelligence heroes, I think my Martha is the highest. I'm kind of struggling here. Maybe Faceless is higher. No, Faceless is not higher. Who have I been putting my intelligence stuff to? Helios, maybe? I mean, Helios is pretty high up there. Do I not have any intelligence heroes using... I don't have any intelligence heroes using the blue or violet crystals yet. Well, I need to work on that. I definitely need to work on that, because I have a lot of blue and violet crystals to spend. And then for strength, it's a lot into... my Zhu is tier 4. He's using the violet ones, but I'm stuck with... I need Marksman's Insignia to rank him up more. And Astaroth is in the green... hopefully to get him in the blue, not too long. And then I've got Corvus that's also in the green. And I think Jorgen... Oh, wait, gray doesn't exist. I'm sorry. Gray doesn't exist. It's green, blue, violet. I'm sorry. So I'm kind of working on 9 heroes at once. Right? 9 heroes at once. You always have ads? I don't know. There's an ad button that I can turn on, but it's not on. Like, I have to manually click it. Talking about the borders. Oh, yeah. Sorry, Whitewater. Yeah. So all of the crystals have a name, like Strength Crystal, and then there's like Radiant Strength Crystals, and let's see, Fragments. Is it in Fragments? Nope. Recipes. Is it in Recipes? Nope. Equipments. Yeah, here we go. So there's the agility crystal, and then there's the vibrant agility crystal, and it's got a blue border compared to a green border, and then the violet border is the radiance. So you have vibrant and then radiant, right? So I'm kind of working on 9 heroes at once. Kind of working on 9, and the way things are with Ascension is like because most of the rewards are random. You really kind of have to work on 9 heroes at once. When you said blue or for Seb, I thought you were referring to the intelligence. Ah, right. Richard says, Charlie, I used the Osh team against the boss for the pet event and was surprised with the results. Surprised good or surprised bad? Richard. No. Glenn says Charlie's getting bigger. So guys, I've been cutting my sugar. I'm eating less than 30 grams of sugar a day, which is difficult. $30 grams of sugar or less a day is difficult. There's no sugar in this Monster energy drink. 0 sugar. And then I'm doing this 1 set strength training. You only do 1 set of each exercise. You don't do like 3 or 4 or 6 sets. It's pretty good. Good stuff. Good for people that, you know, don't have a lot of time and are older. Yasmin is amazing, Dead Alpha. Really, really good. Really, really good. 2 hits to kill 210. Okay. 210. 2 hits to kill 210. That's not bad, right? 260 is the max. Yusuf, you could use Aurora, you could use Alvinor, and you can use Rufus to replace Isaac. Although I would get Isaac as soon as possible. On the 28th day of every month, you can get a 50 hero soul stone of your choice. With the exception of Cleaver, Jed, Iris, or Amira. Definitely put one of those into Isaac. Get Isaac summoned. Just get him summoned. Doesn't have to be a 6-star Isaac. Just get him. Some guy. Yeah. Definitely no more donuts. Yeah, donuts. You guys know that the United States is like the only country in the world that eats donuts for breakfast? Like, you're not supposed to eat pastries and bread and sugar for breakfast. Like, you're not. You're supposed to eat protein for breakfast. Waiting for Summerfest. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's smart. That's smart, Yusuf. That's smart. We're just talking about 1 week then. Honestly, I would just accept to be bad for 1 more week. For 1 more week. Because you're going to be great next week. Isaac is so good, though. He's so good. You need him. Europeans always have cake for breakfast? You have cake for breakfast? I mean, that sounds good, but... Steak for breakfast? No. Like bacon, sausage, eggs. Any number of infinite, simple proteins that plant-based foods can provide. But I'm not a physical therapist or in the health field whatsoever. So any suggestions I make here are for entertainment purposes only. Entertainment purposes only. Eggs are my favorite breakfast, though. No oatmeal. No oatmeal, Ivan. There's too much complex carbs in oatmeal. It's probably good if you're trying to gain weight. Eggs and pancakes? No pancakes. No banana. Bananas are bad for you. A lot of sugar in bananas. Ham, salami, and cheese for croissants or crushy bread. So, okay, so non-sugary bread is probably fine. But guys, honestly, life is too short to not enjoy your life, right? Life is just way too short to not have what you want for breakfast. I'm all for it. I just don't want to be sucking wind going up and down the stairs to and from my office. Speaking of my office, guys, let's kind of chat about this, and then we'll wrap things up. I spent a good amount of time yesterday. You guys can't see it because it's on that side of the camera, but I spent a good amount of time yesterday. First of all, I set up a third monitor. On Prime Day last week, I bought a monitor mount, power cable, video cable for this monitor, for this old monitor that I had that somebody gave me. It's like a really small monitor, but I turned it vertical. It's vertical, and it's like my dedicated Discord. It's just going to use Discord, just Discord. Sugars in all fruits. The sugar in bananas have some of the worst insulin resistant something of all the fruits. I mean, it's better than like cookies. Bananas are definitely better than cookies and donuts and cake and pie and all of that, for sure. And you definitely need potassium. A banana is much better for you than eating an orange. Okay. Like I said, I'm not an expert in this. Not an expert at all. I do love bananas, though. So I actually spent some time adjusting my webcam settings. I don't know. Do I appear like clearer to you guys? Is it? I upped the resolution a lot. Like the resolution was set really low. So I upped the resolution a little bit, and I made it a little wider. I made it a little bit wider so it translates better in editing, and I'm changing my lighting. I'm not happy with the way the lighting looks right now, so I'm gonna try this and see how it looks. I don't know if I'm gonna throw a color back on the wall or not. I have a red LED fill lights that I throw up on this wall over here. And I actually had 2 key lights smashing me in the face, but I got rid of both of those, and I have just one light bouncing off the wall. One light bouncing off the wall is illuminating me much softer than the two key lights that were, smashing me in the face. Banana cream pie is a no-no for my diet. I mean, it's good to have cheat days. It's good to have cheat days, for sure. I don't know. Yeah. But I was hoping for better Prime Day deals for cameras. Oh, I also moved my camera so that it's more in line with the chat. Like if I'm reading chat like I am now, it looks like I'm looking directly onto it. Right? Like I'm looking directly at you as I'm reading the chat, which is something that I wanted to do. But still off to the right is the playback screen, and everybody always wants to look at themselves when they're streaming. I look more Asian? This is not cultural appropriation hour. Although, I've been mistaken for a lot of different cultures. Do you play other games other than Heroes? Oh, yeah. What is a good camera to buy for YouTube videos? Put link in the description. Imagine if you just check the description right now, Ivan. If you check the description right now. Oh, I don't have it on my live streams. Check the description on every single one of my YouTube videos. My camera and mic setup is in. It's in the description. I'm just using a regular C920. It's like $50 on Amazon. And this microphone is some $25 USB mic. Fafnir Artemis was not addressed. I'm sorry. We'll have to talk about it. Let's do Fafnir Artemis tomorrow. Unfortunately, I got to go. I don't have time to do it today. But Taro, our resident engineer expert, gave me about 7 different ways to counter Fafnir and Artemis today. And it all boils down to Jorgen and Faceless and Martha. Really. Those 3 plus a couple of other hero choices, and you'll be great. But Dead Alpha, yeah, I play a lot of other games. But we'll definitely talk about those tomorrow. We'll talk about Fafnir Isaac first thing tomorrow. I'm sorry, Fafnir Artemis counters first thing tomorrow. All right, I apologize, guys. I really do. Tomorrow's live stream is at 12 p.m. Central Time. Fafnir is a hero on Hero Wars Mobile, Yusuf. Hero Wars Mobile. Live stream tomorrow is at 12 p.m. Central Time. That's 5 p.m. UTC. We ought to get some kind of information about Iris's skills. Tomorrow may end up being a full-on mobile day. I hope to see all of you there. It's been a good day, though. Been a good day so far. I love you all. Good luck in Dominion.